Hello everybody. Forgive me for being a little bit late to the party. I was still just figuring out some things because I don't know. I just it's not really that hard, honestly. I right now I found this world and I'm going to actually turn off look at me for a second cuz I want to show you all like this world. So, look. This world's pretty cool actually. Like look at all the fish and everything. And just like how like this world's actually really nice. Like it's pretty cool. Oh, uh, no, but in all sincerity, like this world, there's a downstairs. There's a pool table. There's arcades down here. Chat, I did not explore this world to its fullest. I did not know there's arcades down here. You can put more fish? No way. That's sick. Yeah, actually you can go outside and swim too, which is I did not know that. I didn't know there was a downstairs. Look, there's a pool even too. But more particularly, like you see all the fish that are around? Like this is really cool. I like the idea of this world in particular. So I'm gonna utilize this world. I'm gonna go back on look at me. Go back on look at me. Go back on look at me. I'm back on look at me. And y'all are up there. Okay. Hi! Now I'm gonna read chat. I hope y'all are doing well today, though. I appreciate you being here. Hi, Johnny Jojo. I appreciate you being here. Hi, Gilgamesh. Drawing and watching my stream? That's perfectly fine by me, Gilgamesh. As long as you find value out of my stream, that's all I care about. So I appreciate you being here. I'm on 1 HP. Yes, I love wine. I get it. We get it. Hi, first off. And for those of you who don't know, I Love Wine has been fighting Jevil, one of the Deltarune Chapter 1 secret bosses. And they have to make sure they let it known everywhere what the current status of their boss fight is right now. But thank you, I Love Wine. Thank you for the status update. Hi, Hino. I appreciate you being here too. Thanks for stopping by. Hi, Red Bull. I appreciate you being here too. Thank you for coming on by. I know you came from the Discord server as well, so I'm grateful that you're here. Thank you. Hi, Chloe Perry. Hello again. How's your leg feeling? Are you feeling better? I remember the last time I live streamed, you broke your leg, you said. Are you okay? Is everything better now? It's muffin time. Only 4 6 hours until the news. Wow. Hi, Atrox. I appreciate you being here too. Only an hour? What is it? An hour? 46 hour? Oh, 46. Yeah, of course, naturally. Yeah. How much longer is it? It technically is. What time is it? It is currently 8:06. That would be 52 hours, 51 hours, and 54 minutes. 51 hours and 54 minutes until the new year. Woo! Yeah. But I appreciate you being here. Yeah, I fell behind on starting the stream because I got carried away with like just making sure I set up like the posing and all that kind of stuff. But I'm here now. Hi. Hi, Blitzian. I appreciate you being here too. Thanks for stopping by. Hi, Neo. I appreciate you being here too. Thanks for stopping by. It is a really cool world. I like this world a lot, actually. It's, I didn't really realize how, like, awesome all the fish particles and everything around can be. And I changed the music, of course. I changed it to something more lo-fi related. But they actually had, like, animals in, like, their noises and, you know, soft, subtle relaxation sounds. So, realistically speaking, you can use this world to sleep in. And also, if you look behind me, I can also do this. What? Was that a button press? Wait, I thought I could just... See, I can lower the brightness until it's basically, like, really dark. But most of these worlds have like this night mode setting to let you be able to like actually sleep properly, you know what I mean? So, this is still a really cool world, and there's actually a couple other things that I may show you as well if I want to, of course. Ooh, what are you doing? Hi, Catboy San, I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. Right now, I'm just chilling, as I usually do with my live streams. I'm just chilling, chatting, getting to see you all you my lovely beautiful community and my lovely beautiful YouTube members, and overall I'm just, you know, saying what's up. I usually spend about an hour on my live streams, so around like the end of this hour I'm gonna start focusing on catching up on chat, and then we go our merry ways, you know? Something short, sweet, simple, but overall I just want to make sure we can enjoy the time that we have together, yeah? I'll be back. Gotta take my meds. Okay, bye, Gilgamesh. I hope you come back soon. I do hope you take care now. Hi, Iblis. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. Hi again, Chloe. Is this male Philian? Hi, Cartus. Carthouse? 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 Hi, Carthouse. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for stopping by. That is honestly probably the best way of putting about it. I can consider myself male Philian. Yes, I use the same avatar base that Philian does use, but I can also accept the fact that I am a male, yes. However, some people say sometimes my voice is like ambiguous in a matter. I don't really like I don't see it personally, maybe because I'm just so used to my own voice and knowing what I am personally. But either way, that is a very good way to putting it. So I like the way you went about it. No, not really. It got worse. Oh, I'm so sorry, Chloe. You should go get actual attention. Go get actual help. You can't just sit there and just like let the pain be bad and everything. What if like something happens where like the leg doesn't grow like recover properly or something else happens? Like you gotta go get like I understand from what I recall you went to your uncle if I recall that was a doctor. Go like to the actual ER. If it's getting worse, then you need to take care of yourself. That's the important part. Graph. It's still Graph. All right, I'll just call you Graph. That's fine. I know you're in my Discord server, but I just didn't exactly know how you'd want me to call you in YouTube. Graph had Trox was taken, so I replaced F with a T. That's fair enough. Happy New Year tomorrow. Hi, Armand Sentient. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. Yes, indeed, everybody. The New Year is tomorrow for a lot of us. And for some of New Year's Eve, excuse me. The New Year's Eve is tomorrow for a lot of us. And for some of you all, it's actually today. Isn't that crazy? Was that... Wait, what's today? 29th? No, I'm sorry. Actually, New Year's Eve is 2 days from now, technically, for some of us. But for some of you all, it technically is tomorrow. Isn't that crazy? We're at the end of 2025 already, and it felt like Christmas was just around here, which I guess makes sense because Christmas was literally last week. But it felt like Thanksgiving was just here. Hell, it felt like 4th of July was just here. This year went by so fast. But you know what? I've had so much fun along the way, and I'm very happy to just have the chance to be able to do what I do right now and to have this capability. I was not doing this last year. Instead, I was just, kind of just existing, doing my own things and all that kind of stuff. But right now, having the ability to actually cultivate a community and be a VTuber by itself it's great. I'm very happy with the end. I'm very happy to see myself in the reflection of the end of the new year. So, yeah. I think I'm going back to the Minecraft for the time of the stream. Okay, bye, Iblis. Well, I appreciate you being here. If anything, of course, you can always listen to my voice and everything. But regardless, I'm very happy that you stopped by. I'm watching this and Family Guy at the same time. Also, what is this world? So, first off, Family Guy is pretty okay. Family Guy kind of fell off for me. In my opinion, after a while, but I'm sure people still enjoy it. Secondly, this world is like, I showed it off earlier, but this world has like, it's basically like in an ocean, and one of the cool things about it is that you can have a bunch of fish swim all over the place. Do you see it? Like, you see a cute little fish, like this one right here, like that one, oh, see this one? Like, you see this one? That one, there you go, oh, it just disappeared. There it is, But overall, like, I'm sitting in this world and just looking at all this, and I'm like, wow, this is pretty cool. I've never honestly seen this in a VR chat world personally, but it's really cool to the fact that I can, at least witness it, So, there's other things in this world too, like arcade machines apparently, and a pool table, and there's actually where you can go on a boat and you can actually go swimming into this particular lake. However, there's no fish outside, so do bear that in mind. Impossible for me to multitask? What do you mean by that, Glitzian? Impossible for you to multitask? Are you trying to watch this stream but also do something else at the same time? Well, some people like to do, they just like to listen to me personally. So if you want to do that, then you can always do that. That's always an option, Yeah. Long time no see on YouTube. Hi, Sack. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. Indeed, it has been a while. But I always tell all y'all this. I personally don't care. Don't take it the wrong. I don't mean it like in a bad way, but I personally don't mind if you don't like watch my content or see my live streams or whatever. I'm just mostly focused on trying to make sure that I find people who want to join my community. And you've been a very long time member in my Discord server and my VR chat community. So honestly, fair's fair. I'm very happy to see you here. But overall, like regardless, I'm just happy that you're a part of my community. So. It's been a while, yeah. I'm very happy to see you here nonetheless. But again, I always let it be known to every single one of you, it is no obligation and it's no pressure to be here. If you are here, I'm very happy that you are. If you're not here, that's fine too. I'm still going to love you all the same. But the fact that you are here and you said hi, Hitsak, I do appreciate that greatly. Thank you. By the power of cuteness, I cast hug. Oh, you're so cute. I need to hug you next time that I see you. I didn't hug you. I just head patted you instead. But those hugs, I need to make sure I get one of those hugs because you're so adorable. Everybody, Iblis is an absolute adorable cutie. Let me see if I have a print photo to help accentuate my point. I may not, but doesn't stop me from looking. The answer is no, I don't. But you know what? I was worth a shot. Why am I so far away now? Oh, because the camera moved. Here we go. Ah! Here I am. Hi. Regardless, though, Iblis is one of the cutest of the cutes I've ever seen in my life. And I wish I have a chance to show you all, but you all are just going to have to use your imaginations. I got a question for everyone. If you were a candy, what would you be? If I was a candy itself, I guess I would be a lollipop. Yeah, I'd probably just leave it at that. Probably like the rainbow swirly one. That sounds so cool. Like, I just want to be a rainbow lollipop. And then, you know, people will just go, all right, I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop with that one. Even if the same base, there's a lot of difference. I don't think it's much the same. Yeah, I'm totally okay with the idea that it's the same base, but obviously different merits in many different ways. I'm not like, if people draw the comparison, I'm technically not opposed to that comparison, because at the very least, it's that comparison. I should have not put the camera so high, but at the very least, it's that comparison that allows me to like kind of relate to people. And I get it. Obviously, it's gonna be like you're Phillian, and I'm totally okay with that. I'm not, like, if anything, Phillian is someone I do look up to. That is a VTuber where I'm like, that chaotic, crazy energy, I actually want to exhibit that myself. Now, granted, I have a lot less energy these days. I feel like a lot of my energy has waned down a lot, but I still have a lot of this hyperactivity inside of me, and I can utilize it wherever I see fit. Of course, during my live streams, I'm more focused on just chatting and trying to get to know you all, or even answering questions. So in that matter, I wouldn't exactly be like Phillian in that regard, but I'm sure as some of you see my VR chat events and whatnot, I could be absolutely like crazy balls to the wall if I really wanted to. But for the most part these days, I kind of don't. Maybe I will try to do it again sometime in the next year. But right now, I'm just chilling. I'm vibing. Speaking of which, it's hot in my room. So I need to talk to my girlfriend real quick. Hey Google, change the AC to 66 degrees. Thanks, babe. Anyways, but I'm not too opposed to it. Like, fine, if they want to draw that comparison, they can. And you're right, Iblis. It's distinct enough where, like, it's the facial features and the eyes are about like the same, but the truth be told, it's completely different avatars by the end of the day. So I'm okay with it. It helps people relate at the very least, but I'm just happy that I could be myself effectively. We all speedran this year. I feel like we've been speedrunning years ever since 2020, honestly. Because I feel like we just don't want to enjoy life anymore. A lot of it is just, what's the next step? What's the next move? All this kind of stuff. Because we just, I don't know. Life just doesn't seem so fulfilling anymore. Honestly, it has started ever since the pandemic, because especially like in America, there's been a lot of shifts that have just not have recovered ever since COVID has happened, which is unfortunate, really, because the ramifications for a pandemic such as that was probably never perceived, like how long the economical effects or the social effects or the everything effects can last for an extended period of time, especially with how much like during that time the internet was used, and how the advent of the internet has invented like a bunch of different ideologies to everybody around us, which that in itself causes different complications and challenges that need to be addressed to the society as a whole. Overall, it really was 2020 that made everybody just be like, all right, next year. I mean, granted, I've been enjoying this year personally, because again, I have my community and I like taking the time to just be there for you all, make content, live stream, all that kind of stuff. But just, I don't know. It really just feels like time just goes by fast, and we are just effectively making it work until eventually we meet our inevitable demise, which is kind of sad to say, because life really shouldn't be about, oh, well, I'm just focusing on a particular goal and then, you know, I die. Life should be about seeing things, exploring things, viewing things, discovering things, or finding new ways to interest yourself, like new hobbies, new passions, new interests. Like for me in VTubing, just having this chance to be able to reach out to you all. This is genuinely one of my favorite hobbies that I've had in a long time, and I have no reason to stop anytime soon, which is why for me personally, while the years go by fast, I kind of actually mean that in a good way, because I've done a lot this year, and I'm very happy with what I have accomplished this year, and I'm hoping at least for 2026, maybe I can slow down a little bit and just try to focus on more things, like about myself, about others, and just overall, like, actually embrace the year for what it is. So 2026 should be quite interesting, I'll say that much. I haven't had fun along the way of this year. Yeah, Chloe, I get that. There are some people who basically have just cruised by this year, and I totally understand that. I hope for anybody who is I'm just moving the camera out of the way. I hope for anybody who's effectively just cruised past this year, you have a 2026 that has a lot more opportunity and really motivation for yourself. Because again, life isn't all about just fulfilling goals or achieving dreams in particular. And I get it, they're called dreams for a reason, because that's the goals we make for our life so we can run out to get them. But sometimes it's just okay to just step back and smell the flowers. Take in the nature that's around you. Come across people who actually provide genuine interest to you. Overall, life isn't about the destination. It's always been about the journey. And that's what everybody says all the time, because it's very much true. Along the way, you'll come across some person that maybe will catch your interest for a good while. Or maybe you'll find some location that's going to really bring you excitement for maybe a couple months or so. It's really about the little things you find in between the big things. And overall, I want you all to make sure that you find greatness in the little things. Yes, we want to achieve those grand things. We want to make sure we can find ways to get to the end goals that we've been looking for. But along the way, there's nothing saying we can't have fun. Deviate a little. Be a little more explorative? Be more open-minded. Just take a chance to do something that perhaps you wouldn't do, or take a chance to, if you see something, just be like, you know what is that? And dive into it. You might be surprised how much more interesting your life might be, and how we just avoid effectively chasing the rat race. Because that's not what life is all about. Life is really living it to your best fulfilled purposes. And even though we all have our long terms, you should make sure you enjoy your short term for as long as you can, the best you can. Alright? I just saw the 2.1. Yeah, COVID will be 6 years, honestly. COVID actually technically did start December 31st, 2019. That is technically why it's called COVID-19, not COVID-20, if you think about it. Oh yeah, 2K subs, congrats. I know, I have not made a video for this too, because like at this point, I've already had like an extra 100 subs, and I'm like, this is going so fast. I even haven't had a chance to make a 2K sub video, let alone a 1K subs video. But I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to clump all of that together into my first year anniversary. My first year anniversary, everybody, is February 15th of next year. So when that happens, I want to try to actually make like a nice video to really encapsulate all of what Random Slandom has been about, from the very beginning to the highlight moments to now. I've grown a lot. I've learned a lot of new things. I've developed a lot of different skills. And overall, I'm very proud of just how I can handle myself these days. I feel like if 1 year ago, if I try to do what I do now, I was a lot more scatterbrained. I was a lot more random. I was a lot more loose. Of course, I still have all of that to this day, but I can at least keep a proper flow and a natural means of how I converse with you all, my lovely live stream chat. So I'm very happy that you're here. I mean, we're near the end of the year, and I hope, if anything, we can all delve into 2026 with a renewed sense of light, and hopefully with a renewed sense of purpose. And, if anything, I'm more than happy to help you find that, if necessary. I am going to the actual ER. Good job, Chloe! Yeah! Good job, Chloe! I'm proud of you! Make sure you go to the actual ER. Please take care of yourself. Roller, you don't mind if I talk for a bit and enjoy the stars? Yeah, sure, of course. You can enjoy the stars. Why not? I'm kind of confused what you mean by that, but sure, by all means, go ahead. Love is... What is love? Love? Baby, don't hurt me. No, I'm just kidding. Love? Okay. That's actually, first off, hi. I'm sorry, I can't really read your name. I'm just going to say Pocto, but I appreciate you being here. If I were to surmise love, effectively, love is effectively when one person and another person effectively come to accept every single terms about each other. And I mean that in literally every single aspect possible. This includes physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, everything in between. Love should be the matter where no matter what that person does or no matter how they may conduct themselves, you will look at that person and be like, I love everything that they do. Every single word, every single thought, every single action, every single phrase that they take, you should look at that person and unconditionally say, I love them. It's something that's not very easy to achieve, and a lot of people think they know what love is, but in reality, they always get it wrong. They think it's solely the physical aspect, or they think it's solely the emotional connection aspect. No, 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 no. Love is you love everything about this person. The goods, the bads, and even the uglies. But if you can come to accept the terms of whatever person can offer, whether it comes to their boundaries or the limits, or even their passions and their interests, and you basically accept every single bit of it unconditionally and happily, that's love. And a lot of people truly don't know what love is. Baby, you don't. I'm just kidding. But no, seriously, that's my definition of love. It is completely unconditional. It should never have terms, or it should never have limits, or it should never have like conditions per se. It should just be you look at someone and you love every moment you spend with them. Every word that comes out of their mouth, every single ounce of action they take. That's loving somebody. And if you ever feel like you potentially do love somebody, really ask yourself this question. Do I accept every single bit of this person, their goods and their bads? If you can say yes to that, then you truly do love that person. Now, of course, love is also a two-way street, and you got to make sure you find ways to find compromises, and you got to establish boundaries just to ensure that the person who may also love you back understands that there has to be certain rules in place in order to ensure that there's proper order when it comes to a relationship. A relationship without order is effectively chaos, and they fall apart really quickly because they don't put themselves on limits or boundaries. And that's why people get upset when they try to people please other people, or when people try to get upset when they try to actually have their own space, because those rules are not established right in the very beginning. Love is definitely unconditional, sure, but you have every right to have your boundaries and expectations just to make sure that you keep your own space in peace. So, love is a very complex topic in a lot of things, but if I were to surmise it that way, everything I just said will probably effectively answer that question for you. It's a good question, though. I do like it. What's the world called? Here, let me show you. It is called Sleep in Fish. Sleep in Fish. Literally, it's called Sleep in Fish. Sleep in Fish. Sleep, the letter N, and fish. That is what it's called. So, there you go. Hello, Arcani Talks. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. I unfortunately can't read that. And if I can't read that, then I can't acknowledge it. I'm sorry. Oh, never mind. You already found the Red Bull. I have no idea where you're saying Arcani Talks. I'm sorry. I really can't respond to that. Darks. D4RKZ. I'll say Darks. Hi, Darks. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. To answer your question, am I a femboy? I say no. I can't stop you from believing if you think I'm a femboy, but personally, I'm not. I am a male IRL, and I don't really show any trending fashions of me being a femboy in real life. But I do like to wear an anime girl in VR because I do like to escape reality, and frankly, this is one of my ways to escape reality. And granted as well, this helps me embrace my feminine side just a little more, and to be able to fully round and extenuate it, just so I can fully and truly accept me for who I am. That's a good question, though. I do appreciate that. Thanks for stopping by. You just get a robot leg. Hi, ER. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. For me, 20 was so slow. When I joined Slandom, I see that's a good thing. You know, you're right about that too, Blitzian. And I'm very happy that I've made Random Slandom as well, because it allows this chance for all of us to just come together and really just enjoy the year. Like to slow down and just relax, chill, vibe, and have fun. Especially with my community. A community that I've cultivated to be rather accepting and rather comforting to just about anybody around it. And we don't allow drama, and we don't allow sexual insinuation, because we want to keep a wholesome, respectable, but fun community as a whole. I'm very proud of my community, and I don't exactly want to go sit on a glazing spree right here. Like I'm that's what I'm trying a new format to do with other videos, like other long form videos. But for the time being, I could definitely glaze myself and be proud of my own community, especially since you're part of it, Blitzian. Thank you. Hi, Turtles Life. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. I'm not the goddess of really or things like that. I'm the goddess of cuteness. Iblis, you are indeed the goddess of cuteness. So, and I appreciate you offering your cute little self wherever you can, whenever you can. Mwah! My heart goes out to you, Iblis, my cute little daughter. It's an inside joke, by the way, everybody. Inside joke. My right hand is gone. My right hand decided it doesn't want to exist anymore. It decided that it's too cool for school. As it always seemingly does anyways, especially when I live stream. I've always come to notice, everybody, like, it's specifically when I live stream. And I don't know why, but it's just what it is. Like, you see what my right hand's doing right now? So I'm gonna do this real quick. Come back to me. Come back to me, everybody. Maybe I should... Okay, I just turned off the right controller. Now, technically, I can't see chat at the moment because I did not put on chat. But here's what can I do? I'm in virtual desktop right now, and I have no idea how to use virtual desktop in this way at least until my controller gets back. My controller back finally. Jeez. Anyways, back to reading chat. Chat's right here. Here's chat. Hello, chat. How I've missed you. Excuse me. Hello. Pop up. Open. Thank you. All right. I'm back. I'm back. God, espresso. God, cutie patootie. Bro, might be the mayor of Yapsville. Hi, D1 bro. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. And you're damn right I am the mayor of Yapsville. Are you kidding me? I love to yap. That is one of my most important things that I like to do. And I like to be able to convey my thoughts and emotions to you all because I like being transparent and honest. So, truth be told, I've always said this before and I'll say it again. If you don't necessarily like it, you see, pretend this is your phone, right? This is your phone. And pretend this is your finger. You know what you can do? Whoop! You could swipe up. So, you no longer see the mayor of Yapsville. That would be quite unfortunate. But, if at the very least, I'd like to say that I do have some interesting things to say every now and then. Maybe. Sort of. Kind of. But I appreciate you being here nonetheless. Thanks for stopping by. Hi, Jesse, Danielle, Marcelo. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. Why is there floating fish around you? Because this world in particular actually has a setting for it, Neo. It's actually over there, and I would move the camera to show you all, but I'm kind of falling behind on chat. You'll just have to take my word for it. If you do want to check out this world, it's called Sleep in Fish, and you can check it out. There's an arcade downstairs, there's a pool table, and you can actually go outside, and you can go swimming in the world around it. It's a nice, beautiful lake outside, actually. So, overall, not a bad world, if I do say so myself. It's a very good random find, I'll say that much. Because for those of you who don't know, I find basically a lot of my words through the random tab. And this is definitely one that I stumbled across. And honestly, I'm pretty well pleased with it personally. I'm at the gun range right now. Ooh, the gun range. That sounds so awesome. I haven't been to a gun range in a hot minute. And I really want to go back to one, especially since my roommate has two-handed weapons. And oh man, it's so much fun when you can shoot in a... I don't know how many of you have actually shot an AR. Like, you know, just like you're in like the movie or something like that. But you might realize it's a lot more difficult than people make it out to be. Because when you're like, especially in standing, it's a lot harder to actually like aim down the sights and make sure you have proper like target acquisition and everything. So it's not as easy as they make it seem like in the video games, but overall it's still a lot of fun to do if you ever have the chance to do so yourself. That 300 blackout. Amazing. That's actually pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, Jesse. Hi, Just Me. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. Hi, Vincent VT. I appreciate you being here too. Thank you for stopping by. It's a pleasure to have you here. Let me reset myself real quick because I see myself veering off. Much better. Alright, I'm done watching after a minute. Just get some lenses placed in. Oh, I gotcha. Well, whatever the case, Graph, I hope you enjoyed the time that you're looking at the stars. This can't be real. Someone asked, what is love? And you went on a 5-minute rant. Yeah, of course, D1 Brawl. What do you expect me to do? Just be like, what is love? Baby, don't hurt me. I need to stop singing that song. Come on, man. I love that song, though. Yeah, but what do you want me to do? Just tell them what is... They ask love is, and then you want me to just sit there and say nothing? Oh, please. Have you ever watched a live stream before? I'm very curious, by any chance. Ooh, what the heck? I see a guy trying to retrieve his ammo. He got shot. What the heck? Oh my god. Holy cow, Jesse. I'm really sorry to hear that. You know, that's why in a lot of ranges out there, like outdoor ranges, they always have 2 indicators. Either the range is hot or the range is cold. If the range is cold, then yes, you can go back on the field and grab your targets and do all this and do all that. But if the range is hot, you can't touch anything. You can't go over there because you risk a very heavy chance of getting shot. So I'm sorry for that person who got shot, but I hope they learned a valuable lesson, because you never, ever, ever take gun safety not seriously. Always take it seriously, because it only takes one mistake, and that could be someone's life. Guns are actually really safe things, but in the wrong hands, they can cost someone their life. So, yeah. You're a weirdo. Hi, Beast4076. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. You know what? You're so right. I actually am a weirdo, and I do accept that. I'm very glad that you come to that realization, and I appreciate you pointing it out to me. If anything, what other things do you have to say? I'm very curious. So come on. Keep going. Keep going, Beast. Keep going. By the way, that name sounds familiar. I feel like I've seen this kind of name before. Have you been in my live stream before and basically had the same trollish behavior that you just exhibited right now? If so, oh, welcome back. It's been so much fun. It's been so much fun, and I've been anticipating you, because I especially love when I have to deal with trolls. I love you too, Iblis. Mwah! My cute little daughter. I love bacon. Bacon's pretty good, actually. I do like bacon a lot. Jake, Jake, Fake Jandel. Hi, Fake Jandel. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. Hi, Clockwork. Hi, Clockwork, man. I appreciate you being here, too. Thank you for stopping by. I do appreciate it a lot. For everybody who's new, I will say this as a tangent. For everybody who's new, for everybody who's existing, for those of you who are just chilling and vibing, for those of you who are just chatting, even those of you who are acting like trolls, I'm still gracious. I'm still very grateful that you had the chance to be here. And I hope, if anything, I hope you're having a fantastic night or even day, if anything. Because right now, it's currently 8:35 on a Monday night for me, and if anything, I'm very happy that I can be here with you all. So, truly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for being here. I recreated a photo of you and put it on Discord. You recreated a photo of me? How interesting. I can't wait to see it, though, when I get back on the Discord, though. So, thank you. Hi, Random Slanum or RS. Hi, Adam Hans. Hi, Adam Hansen or AH. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. My room is still hot. I can't believe I had to do this. Hey, Google! Change my AC to 64 degrees, please. That's gonna be that's gonna be cold, but it's not cold right now. I'm like burning up. Maybe because I'm just sitting in my bed, but that's besides the point. How was my day? My day has been really slow and sluggish because I've only had about 4.5 hours of sleep, but I only had a short day today at work, which is technically like 8 hours. I know this doesn't sound like a short day, but technically to us, that is a short day. And I went home. I took about an hour nap, I believe, about an hour. I think an hour and a half, actually. And then I kind of doom scrolled for a bit. I ate some food, and then, oh, actually, no, I edited some videos so I can have them come out in the next couple days, short form videos. And then I ate some food. I actually got some kratom just to help like loosen myself up. And well, here I am now. So, hi. I appreciate you all being here though. Hello, I'm a beginner VTuber. Do you have tips? Hi, Small Cotton. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. I will give you, okay, Small Cotton. All right, this may take me a little bit longer, everybody, because I do like trying to answer these questions. As a VTuber myself, who I personally don't think I'm one of the biggest VTubers out there, I know 2K subscribers seems like a lot, but in the grand scheme of things, it really is not that much. But I will tell you this. As a VTuber, one of the most important, it's really, first off, it really just depends on what kind of niche you're going for. If your niche is more related to gaming, then of course go for that. If you want to do things that are just chatting like what I'm doing, then go for that too. But the most important thing that you should always do, especially as a beginning VTuber, always make sure you show appreciation to every single person who engages with your content. I am dead freaking serious, because those are the people that have taken the time to actually reach out and want to look at your content and be like, you know what, you're doing something good. I'm very happy that you made this. Those who take the time to comment, those who take the time to like, those who take the time to give you their attention just to, those who took the time to give you attention for the content that you made, you have to make sure you show them your appreciation. That is one of the most paramount things you have to do as a smaller VTuber. And now, when you grow bigger and bigger, don't get me wrong, it may be a little bit harder to actually show appreciation to everybody, but do try your best to make sure that you always have your viewers' best interest in mind. Always. And you should reflect that in your content. You should always be making content that follows a good flow, making sure that content has like proper like pacing, proper like storyboarding. I don't want to say every single short form video has to be a masterpiece, but you should at least have some sort of script in mind how you should make your videos. And also by extension, your live streams. Now, live streams are a lot more loosey-goosey. This can go any way I want. Like, I can be either yapping here all day long, or I can sit here talking to chat, which I like to alternate between the two. But in the case of content creation itself, your most important thing is the videos you make must have a decent flow. I say this because I've seen some short form videos out there that don't really have a proper beginning and kind of don't have a proper end. So if the flow is all over the place, or maybe the context is out of the question, people don't want to engage with your content. If you make a proper story, every short form video should be a story. If you make a proper story from beginning to end, then you are making content that people can consume in a quick manner and actually feel satisfied from it. Think about it. Let's think about like if you were making a meal, right? Would you give someone like half a meal, or would you want to give them the whole meal? Like you cut it in half and you just keep the first part of the meal away from them, so they only get the second half. It's not a very fulfilling meal at that point now, is it? You want to make sure you make a nice, beautiful meal. Think of every single video that you make as a dish, and you are trying your very best to cultivate and craft something that people are going to enjoy. And I don't mean just enjoy at that immediate moment, because whatever you post on your YouTube stays there permanently. Like, not permanently, obviously, you can delete stuff, but what I'm trying to get about here is stuff that you made in the very beginning can still be viewable by anybody. Hell, all of my stuff in the very beginning can still be viewable by anybody. But if you're going to make content that you want to stay viewable, you have to make sure you make content that is enjoyable to watch and content that you can be proud of. And once you start making that kind of content and start having people roll in and appreciate what you make, then that's when you get them on the appreciation aspect. And so then you continue from there. You continue to grow and learn how to do better editing skills, or maybe better production skills, and then continue to appreciate those who continue to watch you. So not only do you grow with your audience grows with you. And that's really ultimately how to be a pretty good VTuber. You have to be very close to the hip with your audience, and you have to make sure you realize, let them know that, hey, I'm here with you, but I'm also here for you. So I think that's all I can give you on the matter, but whatever the case, I do wish you best of luck. It's not as hard as people might make it out to be. You just have to make sure you provide content people want to watch, and you have to show the appreciation where it counts. You got this. I believe in you. Now I went on a yapping spree, so I'm really gonna have to catch up now. Oh, I don't have to catch up as bad as I thought. Hi, Mao. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. You got a VR headset? Congratulations, Adam Hansen. That technically means you can actually join my VR chat events now, so that'd be pretty cool, actually. If you can, join my Discord server, and by extension, I have a VR chat link that leads to my VR chat group in there. I almost called you Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast! Beast, if this, okay, like, legitimately, though, if this is cringe, why are you still here? Like, this is, okay, everybody. This is one of my most confusing things that I still need to understand about trolls in general. Why do trolls feel compelled Okay, let me actually step back a bit because one of my most important things that I think is a valuable thing you can't get back is time. And so there are trolls out there that legitimately decide I'm going to go somewhere where I don't like to be, yet at the same time too, I'm going to make sure I express my disdain and hatred as much as I can. When I put it that way, does it make you accept how pathetic you sound right now? Like, you're literally sitting here saying this is cringe, I'm a weirdo, and all this kind of stuff, yet you're still here. Why? Like, what value do you gain out of this? Do you enjoy the 10 seconds of fame that I give you by basically ranting about you? But I'm not ranting about you specifically. I'm ranting about trolls in general. Like, why do you all have this behavior? And I genuinely do want to know, because there has to be some underlying reason behind it. Is it some insecurity problems with your parents? Is it have you been bullied in school? Are you just a complete pathetic loser? I don't know. I'm just trying to figure it out. But ultimately, what I'm trying to figure out right here, right now, is why you exist like this. Like, have you ever looked at yourself in the mirror and just look at yourself and be like, yeah, I'm very proud of how I conduct myself. When you're sitting in a live stream with a 2K anime catgirl VTuber who is effectively just trying to make people chill, chat, relax, and vibe and have fun, while you're just trying to be a negative energy as a whole. Have you ever just looked at yourself that way? I really implore you really look at the mirror and you really consider how you conduct yourself in life. Because if what you're doing right here, right now is how you conduct yourself in life, I'm telling you right now, you're going to have a really tough time in life, cheese. This ain't it. This ain't it. But I'll tell you right now as well, I see you're deleting a lot of messages. If you persist, I'm going to actually time you out because at some point in time, I don't like dealing with trolls, but I definitely love making a topic out of you. And congratulations, you're now my topic about how cringe and terrible trolls are, especially for the landscape of the internet as a whole. It would have been so easy for me to just kick you or block you, but you know what? I'm trying to convey a message here. A message of positivity, but also a message of affirmation where we don't have to stand for bullying like what you're doing right now. So, Beast, I hope you enjoyed your fame. If I continue seeing chats through you, I'm just gonna time you out. So, bye! Hi, Starzy. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. It's Tuesday morning for me. Yeah, I think some of you guys are actually in the Tuesday morning aspect right now, actually, if I recall correctly. Google? How you do that? So I have a couple smart devices around my room where they basically control a lot of things for me. So it's funny. It's funny, everybody. I have a lot of devices that are controlled by Google. I have a photo frame that is that's connected with Google Home. I have 2 speakers on my wall that can play audio for me, but is also connected to Google Home. I have a TV that's connected to Google Home. I have my lights. I have string lights, and I have ceiling lights that are connected to my Google Home. I have a thermostat that's connected to my Google Home. I have a tower fan, like a regular like tower fan that like blows air and all, goes that is connected to my Google Home. My room is very smart home oriented because I want to be able to just control a lot of things with just the sound of my voice. So that's why I say Google a lot. I consider Google my girlfriend in that regard because ultimately it controls a lot of what I need done. For example, the AC is on 64 right now and it's a little colder, just a tiny bit colder. It needs to be a lot colder personally. I'm still kind of sweating here, but that's besides the point. That's the reason why I say Google a lot if you want to know more about me in that regard. What's a Google? It's a I think it's if I recall correctly, actually, you know what? Google is 1 and 100 zeros after the 1. That's literally what a Google is, but it's not spelled the same way. It's spelled Googel. And I think by extension, a Googleplex is I think 100 Googles. But don't quote me on that. I don't exactly know. But I know Googleplex is a real number too. And I think technically that's the biggest like conceivable number in the universe, besides infinity, of course. Infinity is literally just endless. So that doesn't really count. Hey, I was your last stream. Yes, Starzy, and I appreciate you being here again. Thanks for stopping by. I should make 50 accounts like this and stream. Excuse me. I was reading that. I should make 50 accounts and like this stream on each one. That'd be so nice of you, Starzy. But please, by all means, I never try to fish for likes or subscribes or anything of that matter. I do all of this out of out of a hobby. This is my passion. I just love being able to talk to people and reach out to an audience, especially you, my lovely audience. So don't ever feel like you're compelled to have to give me like likes or views or whatever. I seriously never ever asked for it. You can ask any of my community members. I don't ever want to make you all feel like you're obligated or compelled to be somewhere. So come and go as you so please, and please seriously don't feel like you have to like and subscribe to me. The fact that you're here right now speaks more than a like or subscribe ever could. So thanks for being here. Bye, Jesse. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. It's nice to see you. Nice to have you by. I can honestly get my army. Hi, Marcus. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. Guys, can we all agree that Michael Jackson has so much aura? Hi, Cape MFR. I'm gonna just say it. Hi, Cape MFR. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. You are absolutely right about that. I loved Michael Jackson when he was alive. He was such a fantastic man. A very good performer. Very good singer. He wowed people. He definitely deserved the title of King of Pop and deserves to keep it. Because he really did a lot and he inspired a lot of people. He didn't really inspire me per se, but I know a lot of like people that are older than me, like my parents and other people around that age, just absolutely love Michael Jackson. And we're gonna look past all the scandals that are about him, because a lot of those scandals, like, it's a very contentious topic, and depending on who you ask, some people are gonna say yes, they're real, yes, they're not real. That's besides the point. The legend he left, the icon that he made of himself, it's timeless. And I'm very happy to at least be able to know who that man was, because holy cow, he has inspired millions to honestly be a better person. And I aspire to be like that I aspire to be like that someday, to help inspire people to be better people. So Michael Jackson indeed has a crap ton of aura, and I'm very happy that he was who he was for all of our sakes, really. Hi, Ball Cancer. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. What a name. Regardless, though, I'm very thankful that you're here. Well, trolls and haters are two different things, I'm pretty sure. Trolls do it for the fun. They like when you reply and they get angry. Yeah, I get that. But overall, one of the nice things I like to do, I really like to get in their face and really make them evaluate and think. Because overall, the trolls probably want me to be like, you're being so mean. Stop saying that. Oh, no. My feelings are hurt. I'm like, bro, I really don't care. It would be so easy for me to just literally go over your name and press timeout and then just do it for 24 hours. That's so easy. It's like 3 clicks for me. But you know what? I want to make sure I make an impression. And even if I don't make an impression, I still don't care. You have just turned into the content for me. So thank you so much for being content. And I think Beast is still here. I kind of sort of saw it in the chat. So I can't wait to catch up to see what excuses they might make. Regardless though, I always want to make sure I put it in trolls' faces, and even other people, like when I'm in VR chat and just going around in VR chat, for example, I always put it in people's faces when they're being piece of shits, because I will never, ever, ever, ever allow bullying to happen around me. Bullying is not okay. We should all be there to support each other and potentially stand up for each other if we have to. We should not be putting other people down. No siree, Bob. And at least let it be known, if I do it, I should be the example to you all that I will not tolerate it, and in fact, I will stand up to it. And I encourage you all to do the same if you ever come across bullies yourself. Safely, of course. If it potentially leads to physical risk, or maybe even like safety risk, like how livelihood and jobs, or even at school and whatnot, just be mindful and pick and choose your battles. But overall, please stand up for yourself the best you can. I encourage you all to be strong and independent in your own right. Straight up attention seekers. And I know, I get that, Blitzian. They are most likely attention seekers. That's why I don't want to spend too much time talking about them, because overall then I'm just giving them way too much attention. And I don't really want to do that. I did that one time and we actually, ironically, it turned into a bully session to the bully. And I don't like that either. Like, I don't want to bully bullies. That's not right. I just want to get in their face, show them how much of a piece of shit they are, and then really make them reconsider their life choices. Or not. I really could care less, honestly. Yeah, no, that's for sure. Trolls will act like this too, but there's a difference between being a good troll and just being a lazy troll. Like, a good troll would actually kind of try to rage bait me and try to say some weird and kooky things. And yeah, I get that. Those kind of trolls I like to lean into. But if you're just saying direct insults, like, you're a weirdo, this is cringe, that's not even trollish. That's not even being a hater. That's just being lazy. Like, straight up. Like, you can't think of anything more creative than just saying, this is blah, blah, blah. Oh, please. Oh, honey, please. If you're trying to be like a renowned hater or a renowned troll, you got a lot to learn, and you got another thing coming to you. I'll tell you that much. Roll the original Boy Kissers House. Yeah, that's what I've heard, unfortunately, and that's not good. Nando Plays SG. Hi, Nando Plays. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. I thought Crimson was your topic, but how annoying. Crimson? Crimson? Who's Crimson? Crimson sounds familiar, but I can't say I actually know off the top of my head. A photo frame? A photo frame? Blitz. Oh, yeah. It's called the Google Home Hub, and it's a photo frame, and actually shows the photos when I put it on there, but it also is a Google Home Assistant, so I have the chance to talk to it and be able to ask it questions or be able to control some of my smart devices. So we go from there. All right, let's see what Beast has to say. Hi, the judge. I appreciate you being here. He retracted his message. This is the same guy. I swear, this is the same guy that we bullied into submission. Because you know what that bully? You know what he did back then? He would just delete his messages. So you know what this means? Here's what this means, everybody. Beast has been here before. He's been to my past live stream before. And the fact that he's still here, this guy just tries his hardest to try to get my attention. So you know what? I forgot. I think it was Blitzian. He's just an attention seeker. So you know what? Perfect. I know exactly what to do now. Where am I? What's going on? Here what we do. What do we do? Go to channel. Does this work like this? I don't even know, honestly. I'm gonna figure it out. Report user? Does report user work in this regard? No, I don't think so. I just can't ban someone outright. That stinks. Man, that absolutely sucks. If I hide user on this, does that make it? No. If I hide a user, is that the same as banning them? I don't think that is. Well, I think what I could do instead. So, okay, I put them in timeouts, but I will say, if you all could do me a favor, this will probably help out a lot, actually. If you all can just report them. We'll just say, actually, you know what, I'll do it too. How about we do it as a team, yeah? Let's all go report them together. So I want everybody to go find where Beast is, if Beast is still in the live stream. But if you don't know where he is, it's Beast4076. So I want you all to go to his channel. I want you all to report it. I'm going to put... I'll say harassment or bullying. This is harassing me. You all have to put someone else, by the way. And then press OK. So then I just did that. I basically reported them. I suggest you all do the same, please. If we all mass report this one person, you never know. It could mean something for this person. And maybe, just maybe, they'll realize the consequences of their actions. So please, I don't like witch hunting per se, but if one person wants to persistently come into my live streams and try to constantly heckle me and pester me, at this point, enough is enough. I'm not dealing with it anymore. So please, if you can all just do me that fantastic favor and report them, I would be eternally grateful. Anyways, back to our regular scheduled program. Hi, Andrew. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. You have a Google Home. Yes, I do. I do have a Google Home, Small Cotton. In fact, I technically have 3. I have 2 speakers that count as Google Homes, and I have 1 smart display that is Google Home certified. So, yeah. Miku. I actually did that on one of my live streams quite a while back. Oh, good times. Good times. Hi, maybe the Earl King? Hi, maybe the Earl King. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. Hi, Forgotten Soul. I appreciate you being here too. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you being here. Just don't give Beast your 10%. It's a simple yet effective way to deal with trolls. And that's what I did eventually. Like, the way I look about it is, like, after, like, reading, like, 3 or 4 messages, I will say this. I want to convince people to stop their stupid behavior. But if I can't stop their behavior, then I have to cut my losses and just be like, yeah, you're out of here, buddy. So, but for some reason, I can't, like, ban people. So please do me this big favor, everybody, and just report Beast. So that way we can actually make a safer YouTube community as a whole. Because, let me put it this way. They could do this for me, sure, and I really don't give 2 shits. But imagine who else they do this for. Imagine what kind of pestilence they are being for other people as well. And there are some people out there who won't be able to take it as tough as I can. Some people actually might cry. It might even convince people to stop YouTubing altogether. So please, 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 do me a favor and report him. This kind of toxicity should not be allowed on the internet, period. We're going to make a better landscape on the internet, one person at a time, and it takes every single one of us to make that effort together. He doesn't actually have Google. He has a little person named Google. He tells him, Cardhouse, Cardhouse, listen, I told you not to tell anybody about that. Listen, I will. It's Google. Google. It's my AI companion, and it's lovely, and they do everything for me. Right, Google? Right. Yeah. Thanks, babe. Yeah, timed up, beast. That's so wild. Just like the wild hunt. Just like the wild hunt. What do you mean by that? Just like the wild hunt. That's funny. All right, bye, Star. I appreciate you stopping by. I hope you take care. Am a potato. Why, hello there. Hello, Earl King. Hello to you too. The wild hunt. Hi, Frenzy. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. The cat. The judge has the cat. The cat is so cute. I love the cat in the box. It's so adorable. I love the cat. Most haters are not over the age of 17, by the way. You know, you're absolutely right about that, Earl King. I feel like a lot of haters are just a bunch of children that really have nothing else better to do with their life. But you know what? I don't care. I don't care if you're 13. I don't care if you're 70. I'm going to talk to you exact same way. You know why? Because even if you're a young kid, you're not exempt from stupidity and toxicity. If you think that causes you, if people think that causes them immunity, nah, not in my house. You will be spoken to the same stern way I would speak to anybody else sternly. That is called boundaries, and I want to make sure that even children have to respect it with me. But you are right about that, Earl King. From my observations, it seems like it's just a lot of kids that are kind of stupid and don't know what they're doing. But you know what? If you try to push my buttons, you're not gonna like what happens next. I'll tell you that much. Oh, camera. It's content. I'm here. It's content and leaves a bad impression, which is a tragic thing, Roller, which is why I usually go ignoring, because what if it gets taken out of context, for example? You're right about that, Andrew, but if it does get taken out of context, I will say, well, first off, I have this whole live stream to basically explain the whole context of the matter, and secondarily, too, people know that it's by my character and by my nature, I'm not out here just deliberately shitting people without any primal cause. I don't provoke people at all. That is not my intention. I have my own peace, and I will make sure I be a positive person through and through. And I hope with my own integrity, and that you all know what my integrity is like, that you all know that I just wouldn't actively go out there and pick fights. That's just not who I am. I like to keep my peace. But if you come in and try to disturb my peace, then you're basically grabbing the bull by the horns, and you better be ready for what happens next. Nice live, BTW. Hi, Vammy. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. And I'm very grateful you gave me the compliment. Thank you so much. Haters are just animals who were just jealous because you're human. Haters are just animals who were just jealous because you're human. Frenzy, that's awesome. I actually like that quote. Thank you so... You know what? That's going in the pin right there. That's going in the pin. That's a really good quote. I actually like that one. I'm going to make sure to remember that. That's really cool, actually. Thank you for that quote. That's actually really good. Oh my goodness, that's awesome. Slow-mo is just a cooldown between messages. Yeah, I have to put on slow-mo because I don't really have mods per se, and I want to make sure that I can unpack what you guys say as best as possible, but I also don't want you guys to be able to spam things because I really will fall behind on chat. I always typically fall behind on chat, but today I've been pretty okay. Like, I try to make sure I catch up the best I can, but I think I got a little carried away because of the troll that came by, and I also explained about content creation, but I'm still trying to catch up the best I can. Yes, you're right, Red Bull. He was a troll. I'm surprised you remember that. Were you here during that time? But yes, he was very much a troll too. And they were trying to go against Blue Hand in particular, which was very upsetting, which I didn't really want to allow either. And there goes my right hand again. Ah, my right hand. I suppose you have a fair point there, Earl King. But honestly, like if you're feeling more than happy to try to provoke me for with whatever you're doing, then I'm sorry. I know name calling isn't the best thing you should do, but at the same time too, you don't want to be called names. Just don't provoke in the first place, honestly. But you do have a point there. Name calling is kind of stooping to their level, so fair is fair, honestly, in that respect. I see you guys. I see you guys disagree with what Franzi said, but you know, again, then here I will say this: if it's an unpopular opinion, then I'll unpin it. But I will say this: I was just getting my thing back. Me personally, and this may be kind of like an insecure thing about me, or maybe like a more like a I would say maybe insecurity per se. I am like a vindictive person. If you try to come after me, then I will come after you. Like in retaliation, not exactly like out of like, oh, I'm gonna like haunt you for the rest of your days. I'm basically gonna give what you give me and dish it back like times 3. But that's really it. I have no reason to hate people proactively. I'm just here to kind of like be like, hey, you're pushing on my boundaries. I'm gonna fucking stomp on yours. So I'm vindictive in that regard. But you know, when you all think about you guys talk about it, you are right. Name calling is not necessarily a nice thing to do, but I still like that quote though. That was actually a pretty good quote because by the end of the day, like I guess my spitefulness does get the best of me at times, and I can be honest about that. And you know, I can even admit to a point where it's like, okay, maybe that's really not the best way of going about it because you guys don't see it that way. And you're right. You are right. I don't ever try to actively name call people. And oh, VR chat's not responding. That's amazing. Okay. What the heck do you mean VR chat's not responding? Anyways. Alright, I'm changing the time. I have Alexa. It's Linda. Linda! That's awesome. You reported someone else. I hope you reported, whatchamacallit. What's his face? I already forgot his name. Wait, what's going on with VR chat right now? Hi, Vammy. Ball cancer again. Oh my days, I love it. If I get banned for reporting them, I'm gonna be sad. Renaming Alexa to any name is very funny. I did not know you could rename. Oh jeez, come on. What's going on here? Why is VR chat being funky right now? I did not know you can rename what you call Alexa just so you can call them whatever you want. That's actually pretty cool. I did not know that, honestly. All right, VR chat, what are we doing here? Come on, buddy. Hello? Is VR chat okay? Did VR chat hit itself on the head or something? What's up, cutie? Hi, Mayumi. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. Oh my goodness, what's going on? You guys can still hear me, right? Do you have an Instagram? Vammy, I actually don't have an Instagram. I'm very limited on the platforms that I decide to be on. And honestly, for my my random Slandom account, I'm really only on YouTube and on TikTok. What is going on? Okay, guys, I'm actually gonna quit VR chat real quick because for some reason it doesn't want to do the things. That is really dumb. So a few rage-bait messages aren't exactly insults and hurtful stuff is alright for you. I kind of don't really understand the context of your question, Earl King. If you're talking about, so a few rage-bait messages that aren't exactly insults and hurtful stuff is alright for you. Alright in what context? Like alright to accept, alright to be okay about, or like alright to like let slide by? I'm just trying to make sure I can answer your question properly. Because I want to make sure I don't put too much insensitivity on a topic when it comes to really like debilitating another person per se. I can see your messages. Roller, I finna close the box forever and put that box in some random void that only has one entrance that I only know. Make me chicken nuggets, please. What if I don't want to make you chicken nuggets? What if I don't know how to make chicken nuggets? Huh? You ever thought about that? Oh, actually, I can do this, by the way. Yeah! Yeah! I'm still here. It's just that I don't have anything else to show right now. Regardless, though, no, I don't know how to make chicken nuggets, so you're just gonna have to find your own way how to make chicken nuggets. If y'all were a drink, what would you be? I'd be Coke, cause I'm spicy. Hi, Lift G. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. Is VR chat down, ladies and gentlemen? Hello? What's going on? Is VR chat down? It shouldn't be down. There's really no reason for it to be down. No, it looks like it's not down. I remember on Christmas Eve it was down. But not here. Not this time. Fruit liquor. Hi, Star Z. Welcome back. All right. Ah, it scared the crap out of me. I'm not ready or used to that quite yet. Okay, and I need to recalibrate too. First off, I'm back. Hello. Second off, I need to recalibrate, so please give me a moment. I'm like all the way on the floor. Let me get back up. Let's get back up to right here, and then we're gonna recalibrate. Yeah, I have legitimately no idea what happened to my VR chat, ladies and germs, but it's okay. It's okay. We make do. We make do of things. Ouch. Ow, my chest hurts. My chest hurts so bad. Okay. Does that work? We good? Everything Gucci, everything Gouda. Everything Gucci, everything Gouda. Awesome. All right, I'm actually going to sit in this beanbag chair because I just want to sit in beanbag chair right now. Ah. Hello, everybody. So where we're at right now is actually my my bedroom. It's called the underwater bedroom. So this is called the underwater bedroom, and if you all want to take a look around, now I've shown this world many a times before, but this is the world that I basically spawn into whenever I reload into VR chat. And don't get me wrong, I really like the world that I was in, but for some reason it was just glitching out. Like, it was not letting me connect to things. So besides, I'm getting near to the end of my live stream anyway, so I just want to be able to catch up on chat and then maybe part my ways. So hi. Regardless though, Foster's Blitz. What's Foster's Blitz? You mean like Foster's like the beer? Hello, I'm new here. I've been for a bit now. Hi, Forgotten Soul. I'm pretty sure I said hi already, but hi, regardless. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for stopping by. I can't read Boy Kisser stuff. If Boy Kisser has been talking in the chat, I don't see his things. I don't know why. So if you guys are mentioning things related to Boy Kisser, I can't see it. In your DM splits. VR chat. VR chat just went crazy. Could I ask a heavy question? Yes, Starzy, go ahead. I'm more than happy to answer questions, so please go ahead and ask it. Hi, NexRx. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. It's going really well for me right now. I'm kind of getting to the later half of my live stream, but either way though, I'm very appreciative that you are here, and I appreciate you stopping by. Comfort when running show. Some people just need a rally check, but it doesn't work. It's just a waste of time. And you know what? I get it. It can seem like a big waste of time, and I understand that. But you know what? The reason why I personally stand up against it versus just like outright blocking and everything is because I personally think to myself, if I don't do it, and if I don't make this guy second guess what he's doing, he might do it to somebody else. And I really don't want someone else to get hurt. If I can take the effort to potentially put that person in their place, then I would. And don't get me wrong, like sometimes it's not the healthiest tactics, because sometimes it involves berating, sometimes it involves going for the jugular, as it's called sometimes, and it's not the nicest things to do, but I'm I would say a fair person, and I personally think that if someone is going to try to basically harm somebody else, I see that as unfair. So where do I see the fairness? By basically giving it right back to them. And I won't do it in a way where it's like I'm gonna actively insult them and call them terrible people. I mean, the furthest I'll probably do is say piece of shit, but realistically speaking, it's like I want them to look at themselves and really evaluate what they're doing with their life. I want them to sit in a mirror and be like, is this really how I should live my life? And the answer should be no. There always should be better reasons why you conduct yourself to be, if you don't want to be a good person, at the very least a neutral person. Don't hurt other people, don't harm other people, just relax. Live your best life, and don't find the greatest joy in providing terror upon others. That's just not nice. We already have enough as is in the real world, especially me at the age of 29. And if all you're gonna do is just find a way to be basically a parasite on society, I'm sorry, someone has to call you out. And I'm not afraid to do it if I have to. Will it cause bad vibes in the chat? Sure. Can potentially be taken out of context? Sure. But I say all this stuff openly and transparently right here, right now, just to ensure to you all, I'm not actively going out to harm people, but if people try to come out there and harm me, oh buddy, I'm sorry, but all bets are off. I'm here. Well, with all right, I mean acceptable, and just meant as a joke. So, I will say this, Earl King. I have a very strong mental fortitude. Honestly, like it's easy for me to just for people who like want to ask trolls questions. It's really easy for me to just time them out. I can do that. That's like the easy route. But I'm a person who feels so confident in my own emotions and how to be able to handle them to the point where I feel like I can tackle these situations and do what ideally is the most optimal route just for the betterment of mankind as a whole. Like, I want this person to step back and think about what they've done. And when they get banned from YouTube or like, restricted on YouTube because we hopefully all report it together, then they actually see the consequences of their actions. And it makes them think, wow, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. And you know what? At the very least, if that's where we get about, where this person changes their ways, even if it's just one person, that is one person no longer causing terror and harm upon others. You can do that to me all you want. I really don't care, because I just have a strong enough fortitude to be like, yeah, whatever, fuck you, basically. But to others, I'm scared. There are some people out there who don't know how to handle these situations, or maybe don't know how to do the block button, or overall just the moment there's even one bad phrase that comes their way. Like, if someone gets called, you're a weirdo, and they don't know how to handle it, I'm scared some people just even might cry to that. I don't want that to happen. And if I can effectively help the cause by making them second guess whenever they try to insult somebody, then I will. That's my ultimate intention, my ultimate goal. And I know I've been on a very long topic about it, but I guess this is kind of like where I'm going about it now. I always want to make sure I cultivate a community where the good gets rewarded and the bad more or less gets punished. Because we need to all strive for a better world. And we're only going to get there if we actually actively handle all of these things. The good, the bad, and the ugly. If I just sat here and just turned a blind eye to all of it, then I'm not doing my parts. And that's not fair. I want to achieve a world of fairness and achieve a world of respect and fun. We're not going to get there if I just think to myself, if I feel like I should just put a band-aid on the situation and call it a day. No. I'm stitching that wound myself. And I'm going to make sure that that wound gets stitched nice and tight. Because if anything, that's how you heal. That's how the world as a whole heals. And I know it may seem like a vigilante act, and I'm doing all this stuff where in reality the juice may not be worth the squeeze. But remember, I do all of this the way I want to do it. I don't have a particular merit or a specific way I accommodate myself, or I feel like that I have to put on a certain image. This is me. And if I think something is right, then I'll make sure to react accordingly. And if I think something's wrong, then I will also react accordingly. I think I'm done with the topic at this point, so anything about it, I'll just leave it alone. You're cool, BTW. Keep your head up and don't mind some bad bullshit. GG, all respect. I appreciate you, Vammy. Thank you so much for your kind words, and I'm always forever grateful whenever you guys have the chance to be able to at least give me some positivity. Positivity is what I love to do best. A lot of you already know that. I'm always grateful and very happy to just have a lovely audience that actually wants to watch me. And even though I may do some quite questionable moments, I always come back to remind you all that I love every single one of you. You guys taking the moments to actually interact, socialize, and communicate with each other in the chat. That's everything to me. That's like a dream of mine. Just you guys being there for each other and just vibing. That's everything. So, thank you. From the bottom of my heart, truly. If you're here, even just listening, or even just chatting, or even just here for a couple seconds, my heart does go out to you. And for what it's worth, thank you for stopping by. Truly. I know this is just some random Monday night, and I'm just some random anime cat girl that's just yapping off into the ether. But the fact that you're here and the fact that you want to listen and contribute and participate means a lot to me. Truly, thank you. Ah! I want chicken nuggets. Go get them chicken nuggets somewhere else! Chicken nuggets do sound good. What is your guys' least favorite drink? Yes, Dr. Pepper has to be it for me too. I just don't I don't know what it is about Dr. Pepper. I just don't really like it. I don't really know how to explain it. I can drink it technically, but it's not really a drink that I would lean for personally if I had to choose. So my answer has to be Dr. Pepper. Roller, Boykiss is trying to reach out to you on Discord. Oh, he says it's important. Okay, well, I will speak to him after live stream. I don't like interrupting live streams for personal matters outside of the live stream. I always want to make sure that I give my focus and effort the best I can where I am right here, right now. So I'll speak to him in a moment. I'm going to end live stream soon anyways, I'm pretty sure. I just have to catch up on chat. We need people like Roll because of how mature and respectful he is. I appreciate that a lot, Earl King. Thank you so much. And I try to be as mature as I can. I'm a very immature idiot, I'll tell you that much. I'm a child almost through and through, I swear. And I'm 29 years old. But you know what? I've always cultivated having a matter of serious and silly and being able to intertwine them together. That's why I'm like, I can talk about this, you know, this bullying and all this kind of stuff, but at the same time, turn around and just go, wee! Yeah! Whatever the case, I'm very comfortable with myself, and I know how to at least make sure that I put maturity on situations where necessary. I'm also accepting that I'm not a perfect person, and I make mistakes. That's why with the, while I like the phrase that was given to me, you guys seem like you were not in agreement with it. So you know what? That's fair. I understand. I don't want to cultivate bad vibes as a whole and like make you guys feel like that's the norm. Maybe I will be honest with you, I'm a little bit of a vindictive person, and that's why that vigilanteism comes out of me. But overall, I say all this stuff because I want you all to know who I am. I don't want you guys to guess what I may be or what I'm like. You can literally see it right in front of you, which is the way I just yap and yap and yap. And I know there's someone saying like, oh, you just go on yap sprees. I think it was earlier today. I'm like, yeah, because that's how people figure out who I am as a person. My headset's dying. Headset is no longer gonna die. Whatever the case though, I appreciate the compliment a lot, Earl King. Thank you. Yeah, you're right about that, Red Bull. Crimson, I haven't seen them at all because I think at this point they've come to the realization of the error of their ways and are probably too embarrassed to the point to actually show themselves. But you know what? Honestly, I don't want that negativity in my chat at all. So that's why I kind of just like disregarded them at some point entirely. And same thing with Beast too. If Beast comes back, everybody please just mass report him. We need to make sure this guy gets out of here. Like he needs to be banned from YouTube or something like that because we can't allow that to happen. Especially if they come back. If they constantly come back, that's just really trying to get into my piece. And yeah, I get it. I can time them out again, but I seriously want to make sure I find opportunity to let YouTube know, hey, this guy's literally just being a pestilence. Please get rid of him. Anyways, continuing on. Lindors. Lindors is actually pretty good. I haven't had Lindors in a while, though. Milk chocolate's peak, but I'm sorry for white. Oh. I personally, I think milk chocolate by itself is pretty okay, actually. White chocolate's not too bad. I think it's a little more sweeter than normal, but I feel like a lot of people personally don't like dark chocolate. Now, believe it or not, everybody, dark chocolate actually is good for you to a degree. So if you do eat dark chocolate, good job. Because I think it's actually good for your heart because of like what it has inside of it and whatnot. And I'm not saying that milk chocolate and white chocolate don't, but I think the higher up you go in terms of sweetness, the less of the actual like things it has. However, there is something in dark chocolate that's also kind of bad. I kind of forgot what it was. Don't quote me on it. I think it was mercury, but I don't want to know that. I don't want to say that for certain. However, though, dark chocolate is a good supplement to eat if you need to like get like better heart health, because I think the compounds in dark chocolate itself allow for that ability to do so. I remember there was a point in time where I was eating dark chocolate that was like, I think I think my limit before I was like, this is disgusting, was like 80% cacao, because any higher than that is just straight cacao. And cacao by itself, everybody, is not sweet. It definitely has the texture and the creaminess of chocolate, but by itself is not sweet. Milk chocolate is combined with milk and sugar and all that kind of stuff, and white chocolate even further still. But dark chocolate is almost as raw as, it's almost raw cacao, depending on what kind of cacao percentage you get. But the higher the cacao percentage you go, and the more comfortable you get with eating it, the better it actually is for your body. So it's things to consider, you know what I mean? If you can confront, perhaps, and have the emotional comments to back it out, perhaps there's a better option. I don't think many people have that, so ignoring is the... Yes, I will say for a lot of... So, confronting a troll is actually something I want to do as a matter of experimentation for myself. Because I want to be able to handle these situations and actually, like, be emotionally mature in them. Because if you think about it, everybody, technically speaking, I'm a retail manager for a grocery store, particular customer service, and when you think about it, I have customers come up that are effectively trolls all the time. My left hand? I have customers come up that are effectively trolls all the time, and I can't block those people. I have to take that at face value. So, me actually having random trolls in the live stream not only A, allows me to vent my frustrations when I do come across real life trolls that I basically can't say this stuff to, but also B, understand how I can handle my own emotions just to ensure that I don't give them the reaction that they're looking for, both in terms of the VR sense for trolls and the real life sense in terms of my nasty customers sometimes. In fact, I will tell this story today. I had this kind of nasty customer, and literally they're waiting in line, and they're like, "Oh, there are way better other grocery stores out there." Like they were saying my particular grocery store, but there's way better other ones of them out there than mine. And I hear that, I'm just like, what? Like, why do you say that out of nowhere? So then, as they come up to get their order bagged and whatnot, I'm like, "Hey, by any chance, can you tell me where we missed the mark?" And I was like, "Excuse me?" I'm like, "Well, you just randomly out of nowhere said out of nowhere that there are other better grocery stores around the area than this one. So I just want to make sure I can figure out where we missed the mark, you know?" Like, I was kind of like assertive and like really dominant about it, because I'm like, why are you just saying this random shit out of thin air? You're effectively insulting the store. So at the very least, if you're going to insult the store, you better give me a good ass reason why. And they're kind of scoffing and shuffling and all that kind of stuff. And I didn't really like take it as like, oh, I need to back down or whatever. No, I was ready to double down. Especially like with like, this is why I don't mind confronting trolls and all this kind of stuff, because this gives me the practice and experience to confront people who think they can just be like random pieces of shit. Like, this customer gave me nothing to work with, and they eventually kind of did, but still, they were just effectively venting into the open space, and I'm like, yeah, no, it's not going to fly around here like that. You're going to give me some answers so I can at least find better information how I can better serve you. But ultimately, I just came to the realization that they're just being garbage just to be garbage, and sometimes there are some customers out there where there's nothing you can do. Just let them go. Let them be, let them exist, that's it. You know, don't let them get under your skin like that one kind of did. But overall, and you know, other people around it see, like, legitimately, like how you guys see how Beast was acting in the live stream. There was literally a customer right afterwards that was like scoffing at that customer and like basically commenting how negative they were. Negativity can be seen everywhere. And once it's spotted, people do try their best interest to try to stop it. You guys are trying by backing me up whenever Beast would say something like cringe or whatever about me, and I appreciate that a lot. But me personally, I don't ever like people to fight my fights for me. I fight my own fights. However, like what Blitzian said, not everyone can do what I do. So honestly, for the vast majority of people, ignoring them or blocking them really is the best option. So I'm glad I can at least clarify that. I can clarify that up. Thank you, Blitzian. The thing is, most will never ever learn. It's sad or disappointing. Most people will ever become a better person and deserve to pay the price for it. And you know what, Forgotten Soul? I don't mean this in like a vindictive way, but I personally believe karma will get everybody eventually. If you're a very bad person, a terrible person even, don't worry. Karma will come right around and bite you in the ass. So I'm a very firm believer in that, and I always say this too, just to give myself a small bit of comfort. This may sound kind of morbid, but if someone is effectively a terrible person through the rest of their lives, and when it comes down to their final moments where they're on their deathbed or even at their grave, when nobody stands at your grave, that was really nobody's fault but their own. And it's a very, very morbid thing to say, but at the very least for me, if I'm sitting on my deathbed, I would at the very least like to hope that I've made an impression on at least like one, maybe two people. Now, of course, I've made an impression on a lot more people, and I'm very proud about that. But my point is, I want to make sure people can at least be sad that I'm gone, and not ironically be like, woohoo, this person's gone, yeah. And I've actually seen that before. I have seen people die, and I have seen people actually cheer for their death, which is very, very, very sad, but sometimes vindications go a long way. And that's why I make sure, even though I'm vindictive, I don't ever try to go that far. Like, I'm not going to actively try to go to Beast's YouTube channel and be like, oh, 1 subscriber? Yeah, you really suck at this. I can't believe that you're doing all this garbage and talking like this stuff. I could go really far. I really, really could go far. But I'm only going as far as how far my peace has been disturbed. And right now, my live stream is my peace. If he's trying to disturb that, then guess what? I'm going to stand up against it, but I'm not going any further past that. All I ask is that he gets reported, hopefully YouTube bans him, and we all move on. So, I don't ever want to be someone that's basically going to destroy myself in the process of just trying to hurt somebody else. At least, not anymore. I used to be very, very, very bad, but thankfully I'm a lot better these days, so I don't do that anymore. Anyways, I'm still catching up in chat. I'm almost caught up in chat, I believe. Thank you, Vammy. To you too as well. Have a good night and hope you take care. We need some more wild vigilantes. Wild vigilantes! Have you collabed with any other VTubers? Also, I'm living in your shadow, by the way. No, you're not the judge. I don't even have a shadow, you silly. There's no shadow on me. So, haha! In your face! In your face! Anyways, have I collabed with other VTubers? Yes, I've actually collabed with 2 so far. One is called Blind Fox Akayo-kun, and the other one is called Virtually Odd. I do want to potentially collab with other VTubers as well, but I kind of like to wait and see when they want to be collabed with me, and I want to check their profiles and see if it's worthwhile for me to collab with them. I don't just want to collab with anybody, mind you. Like, if someone doesn't match my merits and values, then I don't really want to collab with them. But if I do take the time to watch their content and appreciate what they offer and what they have as a content creator, then eventually I'd be like, hey, do you want to collab? I want to find an opportunity to work with you. I wouldn't, maybe someday if a way bigger VTuber wants to find an opportunity to collab with me, I would be super honored, but I'm not holding my breath. I'm still along the ride, just enjoying everything I do myself. I love making my own content. I love making my own live streams. I love hosting stuff in my Discord server, whether it's VR chat events or Discord events, which I need to do more of, honestly. But whatever the case, I love everything I do. I love being a VTuber. It's honestly not only help keep my time occupied with things that actually provide value to me, but I'm actually making stuff I can be proud of and I can look back upon. You guys might be surprised how much I watch my own content. And now, especially with TikTok, because I'm basically reposting all of my content all over again, I am definitely rewatching my content. And you know, I can say what I had before versus what I have now, I'm very proud of it. And this all happened in 10 months. All this happened in 10 months. And I can definitely say right here, I'm proud. I'm proud of who I am, and I'm very proud for what I'm going to become. I only hope, if anything, I can continue to build my skills, build my abilities, and overall just continue to be a great leader and a great person. Not only just for my sake, but for the sake of every single one of you. And you all help. You really do. Just being here, giving me things to respond to, figuring out ways to actually act myself and how to live stream and how to talk and all this kind of stuff. You all help. And I'm forever grateful that you give me this chance to be able to just speak my mind out there and have a chance where we can all just enjoy each other and have fun. That's all I can ask for, really. And I'm very grateful that you can give it to me. Thank you. What set of slime trackers did you buy? I've been thinking lately of buying some. Just type in slime VR, go to the crowd, I think it's called Crowd Supply or whatever. And go to their pricing options, and the core body set of 5 trackers is more than enough to have FBT that'll suffice you. Because they'll give you the 2 ankle trackers, 2 thigh trackers, and they say a chest tracker, but I would use it for your waist if I were you. And that's more than enough to provide really good full body tracking. So if I were you, that's where I would start personally. Hi, Crimson Checkpoint! Look at you! We were talking about you, now you're here, so hi! I appreciate you being here. I hope you don't do anything crazy or stupid, but regardless, I'm still grateful that you're here, as long as you behave. The timeout button's really close, my friend, but for now, I will let you be as you are. I appreciate you being here, and I do hope you're well. I really do. 40 shillings, they haven't seen say they haven't. They did do the same thing a month or so ago. Are you talking about Beast? Probably talking about Beast. They pretty much did the same thing a month or so ago, honestly. I believe he missed my... Oh, Star Z, I'm sorry. Let me look at this real quick. Oh, I didn't see... I'm sorry, Star Z. You said, can I... The thing I see here, can I ask a heavy question? And then your next question after that is, I believe he missed my question, but that's okay. Can you please say your question? I'll be more than happy to answer it. Just repeat it for me, please. Hi, Zach Blom. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. To me, as I don't... That's fair, Earl King. If you can't eat, if dark chocolate causes some sort of allergy to you, then I suppose it's probably in your best interest to not eat it. The benefits that it provides to you, other things can do it as well. I think wine can do it as well, but of course you have to make sure you're old enough to drink wine too, you know? Have you seen Samurai Champloo? Hi, Mr. Slapper. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. No, I can't say I've seen it personally. But that sounds pretty interesting. What is it about? Is it an anime or what? All right, I'm bored. Bye. Bye, Crimson Checkpoint. Wow, that didn't last a very long time now, did it? I'm Christian, so my karma is heaven or hell. Everything else is coincidence. You know what, Zach Blum? And that's a very fair point. Now, I don't really want to heavily deviate into the aspect of religion, but you are right. In the regards of it, if you're a bad person, you are definitely going somewhere that basically you deserve to go. You know what I mean? Like hell in this case. So I personally would want to try my best to, because technically I'm Catholic too, so I would very much want to try my best to at least make it into heaven. I feel like I have a lot of sins on my back that I may need to repent to, but ultimately I still want to make sure that I can provide good stuff and that I can continue to be a good person to the people around me. So hopefully at least I have some sort of shot at getting into heaven. Hopefully at least, you know? On karma. Hi. Oh my, I love your name. It's Koki Chikun. Is it Koki Chikun? I remember reading your name. I remember I read your name last time. I was like, this name is so cute. Hi, Koki. Is it Koki Chikun? Hi, Koki Chikun. I'll just call you Cookie because that's a little hard to say. But hi, Cookie. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. But death is a sad truth, sadly. Yeah, death indeed is a real reality. I don't like thinking about religious beliefs. You're right about that, Blitzian. That's a contentious topic to a lot of people. That's also what like politics is as well. But I feel like personally, I want to invigorate the idea that we can talk. If someone mentions religion, we can talk about it and not feel like we have to shove our own opinions down that person's throats. Let them speak how they want to speak, because I'm very curious how other people see their religions and everything. Now, there's one thing I really don't want to talk about. It's politics, almost ever, because that's almost always contentious, and it's just not really my best interest to have the vibe of this chat be destroyed because of politics. So that's definitely something I won't add on. So you finally show your face. Oh, Red Bull, behave. Behave, Red Bull. Let's give Crimson Checkpoint a chance, okay? We can't exactly just bash them just because they decide to come back. I live in your eyeball, special your right eye. Judge, you can't... Huh? I don't see you. You're lying. Liar! Did you all get a nice close-up of my eye? Red Bull, behave. No insults. Let's just be nice. If Crimson does lash out, then I'll just time them out. It's as simple as that. Rich coming from you. What are my goals in life? My goal in life is to just try to help cultivate a community where people can accept themselves and have a matter of positivity. And I myself personally just want to make sure I'm a good person. That's it. Like a good person on camera, off camera, real life, VR, text, voice, whatever it may be. I want to make sure that I have the integrity that you all know that I genuinely want to be a good person and I don't have any malicious or bad intentions that I hide behind something. Even the things that I do that are more secretive, like my not safe for work side per se, I still have it in my best interest to make sure I can look out for the person in front of me and be able to take care of them and cultivate them too. That's my ultimate goal in life, just to make people happy around me, just to make people feel inspired and motivated, and overall, just make people smile. I just want to make people smile. That's all I really want to do, honestly. If I can achieve that goal, then I want to continue achieving that goal the best way I can, wherever I can. So, that's a pretty good question. I like that one, actually. Pickled cheese. Hi, Sir Levi Liam. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. Do the weirdest voice you can to make me cringe. Hi, Picky FR. I appreciate you being here. Let me see. Hey guys, what's up? It's Roller with Random Slandom. Today, we're gonna go on some crazy adventure. Hey guys, I'm so happy that I'm here. I don't even know what voice this is, but this is the most obscure voice I can think of. Actually, if you think about it, there could be more obscure voices out there, but technically speaking, I'm just trying to make an obscure voice out here because I want to sound like a good old Oakley doke, you know what I mean? Ow. Owies. But I hope the bit was worth it. Anyways, I like that. That was actually pretty funny. At least my only... Jeez, I feel like I'm falling behind. At least my only joy in life is... Well, What is this? Crimson Checkpoint. What? Okay. Crimson Checkpoint and Red Bull, I ask you both to stop because I'll actually time both of you out. I will say Crimson Checkpoint just kind of came in, and then Red Bull you kind of instigated. So please, please, please do not continue to instigate. What time is it? It is 9:39. If I get to the timestamp where you're still instigating each other, I'm timing both of you out. Or 9:37 in this case. The 37 mark. That's what I'll say. Hi, Unknown Helper. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, Iblis, come here. Hug. Hug. I technically gave hugs to the chat, but I'll give hugs to Iblis especially. I eat. Hi, Jesse Steele. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. Hey, Red Bull, be nice. I know I'm kind of falling behind on chat, but be nice. Be nice, Red Bull, and be nice, Crimson. If you both can't be nice, again, I will just time you out, please. Hi, are you excited about Rizzo the Rat talking again for the first time in 9 years on Christmas Eve? Hi, Jordan Belize. I appreciate you being here. Rizzo the Rat? What is Rizzo the Rat? I'm gonna do some homework when I get off of this live stream because I need to know who Rizzo the Rat is. That's kind of funny, actually. That's a great name too, Rizzo the Rat. The internet. I love the internet so much. It's such a fantastic place to be. But either way, I appreciate you being here, and thank you for giving me a piece of information that I actually am genuinely curious about now. Rizzo the Rat, huh? Interesting. I love hell. Okay, Jesse Steele, I'm glad you do. Oh, Red Bull, come on, don't be actually proactively harming people. I like spaghetti. Was a boy the goat? Hello, was the boy the goat? I just wanted to say it like that. Was the boy the goat? How you doing today, my brother? I hope you're doing well. Yeah. Does that also count for the cringe as well? Anyways. I'm back. I'm back in action, ladies and germs. Oh my goodness. What's of all the Crimson slander? It kind of actually started by Red Bull. Believe it or not. Red Bull literally did start it. I can't see your eye. Hi, Eddie Randall. I appreciate you being here. You want to see it again? Hello. Guys, is the judge in my eye? I don't think that's the case. But can you, tell me, please? Look into my eyes and tell me that fish. Yup. Fish. I appreciate you being here. I'm very small and undetectable. Oh yeah, sure. I'm gonna go to my eye doctor and they're gonna tell me if you're in there or not. Just you wait. Just you wait. I appreciate you being here, Andy Randall. I'm happy that you're new here, and I'm very grateful that you're here. I'm actually kind of slowing down, though, because now I'm intending to get off live stream soon. You have clearly never met Crimson. That's besides the point, Red Bull. Listen, I will say this, too, and I was kind of calming down from the troll, but now I'm kind of getting heated up again. I don't care what happens outside of this live stream or my community. What I care about what happens inside the community. So if, let's say, Crimson Checkpoint is an absolute utter piece of shit outside of live stream, fine, sure. But at the very least, everybody has a chance to just relax in my live stream. If they just need to sit here and decompress and, take a load off their shoulders, they have the right to do so. They should not be instigated by anyone, no matter who, if they know them personally and all this kind of stuff. Yes, are they a bad person? Well, I can already see, technically speaking, they had some pretty bad intentions when it came to Blue Hand, but that does not mean that we have to completely admonish them just for them to be here. Come on now, let's be nice to each other. Seriously. This is my chat and my live stream, and I decide what I want the vibes to be. If you can't respect that, then I'll time both of you out. I'm serious. Just relax. Enjoy the time and company. And if anything, I always just want to make sure that we can just have positive vibes as a whole. I don't ever want to cause this stuff to happen, but if it does happen, then I'm going to step in, I'm going to take care of it. So, 9:37, if I see any other reply that's YouTube basically going at each other's throats, you are both. And either one of you, I don't care. You are both timed out. Period. So, I'm dead serious about this, and I don't want to have to deal with this. I promise you. I don't like drama. Period. That's me getting pissed. Oh, me afton, because I always come back. You have a what site? Wait, what did I say that in relation to? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Graph. I wonder if Skibidi has lore. Skibidi has lore? Because you remember, there's the Skibidi toilet came from this whole web series that was made by this one guy called, oh, crap, I forgot his name. But that's what made him really blow up. So much to the point where, like, you know, now you know the Skibidi toilet is just about everywhere, including in Fortnite, including in other pieces of media, everywhere. Like, it blew up so much, and that's, like, that's why, like, everybody knows about Skibidi Toilet, but honestly, it's a web series in the very beginning, and I think it's still running to this day. They have, like, 79 parts that they made, and I actually watched it at first, up to, like, part, like, I think, like, 30 or 40, because then after that, it started getting really serious, way too serious for me to like it. It was just silly, goofy, and fun, but then it just got way too serious and way too, like, focused on action and stuff like that. I'm sure the series is still good, but I personally just don't really care about watching it anymore. That was corny. That cringe voice is the most actually voice ever. That's why I did actually. Well, Red Bull, listen. They just came in and you started insulting them. I just want you to understand that, please. They were just, like, let them be. Relax. If you don't like them, well, I'm sorry, they're just in the chat, just existing. If they cause problems in the chat, however, then yes, that's where I'll step in. And now more than ever, Crimson is on a tight leash, because if they do anything wrong or they instigate themselves, like anyone, then yes, they are going to get timed out, like, instantaneously. But just let them be, please. Like, they deserve to just be able to just relax too, honestly. Now, don't say that either, Crimson Checkpoint. When was that? That was 9:37. I will give you the benefit of the doubts, because that's exactly when I started talking about the moment in time where I want to make sure that I told you guys you need to stop. So, but no insults either. No insults. Pretty soon, if it's 9:40, if it's past the 9:40 mark and you guys are still insulting each other, I'm just going to time both of you out, because this live stream's almost over anyways. It's my favorite platform next to dancing and crying. Standing on a mobile platform is my favorite pastime. I'm a voice actor for a show, and I've been trying to advertise for more animators. My dream is to be remembered and have my voice out there. You know, Forgotten Soul, that's actually a very valid point. And you're right, because media as a whole has a chance to make sure that you're immortalized. When I honestly have thought about it, if something ever happens to me personally, I still have my channel at least. And all the content and all the stuff that I've made effectively can feel like a diary to me. It's effectively my life from February up until now. And I'm very happy that I have this stuff, because it's like my life out there. And I can review anytime I want and kind of understand what was going on during that point in my life. And overall, just see myself and hear myself and talk to myself. It's kind of weird, everybody, but I do talk to myself. And oftentimes when I do talk to myself, I'm talking to this, my anime girl avatar. So I kind of consider myself two parts of the whole, but it's all still me by the end of the day. Your message keeps getting deleted. Star Z, I'm not deleting anything. What? I'm not deleting anything, Star Z. And there's no mods in here to delete anything either, so I don't know what to tell you, honestly. I really don't know. I'm sorry. Maybe you can ask it another time. Or maybe if you want, Star Z, you could put it as a question in my comments box and I can respond to you via text. That's fine too if you want to do it that way. But I do want to respond to your question. Just, I'll find a way to figure it out, okay? Star Z getting canceled. I never said in your, I said in your eye. I know, I was looking in my eye. I was looking into my eyes because I wanted to see if I could find you. Do I play Fortnite? No, no, I do not, Jesse Steele. I personally don't play Fortnite, honestly. I find brain rot funny. I mean, brain rot is kind of funny, not gonna lie, but I guess a lot of people don't, especially 6'7". 6'7". No. Enough of that. You guys already go through that a lot. No, there is nobody deleting your messages, Starzy. I promise you. There's no mods besides me in here. I'm pretty sure, at least. Defuck. Yeah, thank you, Graph. Thank you. Defuck Boom. That's what his name was. That's true. Skibidi Toilet blew up and one of the biggest memes exist. And you're very right about that, Earl King. It was funny at first, like the first 10 episodes, but then it just kind of really just got over, like blown out of proportion. And I mean, at this point, it's kind of irrelevant these days. But Skibidi Toilet by itself still lives on, even to this day. Which Skibidi Toilet like came out like 2 years ago, and it's still somewhat prominent. Not super, super prominent, but somewhat prominent. I'll give it some credit, I guess. Hi, Piper Beanie. I appreciate you being here. Your name looks familiar. Regardless, though, I appreciate you being here. Thank you for stopping by. Also, I apologize if I'm speeding up some more. I really want to catch up in chat because I do want to get out because my eyes are kind of hurting me, honestly. Bye, Star Z. I do hope you take care. I'm sorry I couldn't answer your question, but I hope soon, if you put it into the comment section, I would greatly appreciate it. Hello again, I Love Wine. Hi. Wait. What's Gabriel Downing? Is that? Yo! Hi, Gabriel Downing. Your avatar, your profile picture is Clover from Undertale Yellow. Yo, that's awesome. I love Undertale Yellow so much. That was such an amazing fan game, and I was so happy I had the chance to play it. It wasn't as impactful as Undertale for me personally, but Undertale Yellow was still, oh man, it definitely gave me some waterworks, I'll tell you that much. And it had some very unique and creative ways it did the game, but also the animation in that game, whew, lovely. They did a great job with the sprite animation work in the actual combat scenes. Absolutely amazing, especially the final bosses. Really, really, really good job. The people who made that should be very proud of themselves, I'll tell you that much. Anyways, okay, so put user in timeout 24 hours. Done. I timed out. I have officially timed out the Crimson checkpoint. Because the reason why is that apparently they forgot that I said if either one of you say something insulting to each other after 9:37, then they're going to get timed out. Well, guess what? Now they're timed out. Hey, I told you what the consequence was going to be after a certain time frame. You did not listen, and well, now you have to suffer the consequences. But Red Bull, I will keep you in here. I do ask the next time though the Crimson Checkpoint ever joins the live stream and you're here too, please be peaceful. Don't go after the throat, and please don't instigate. You technically instigated today, and I'll be okay. I'm okay with it now, but the next time I will time both of you out almost like quickly. So please don't play at their game. But them actively insulting you even after I put the set time frame, that's a no-no. Now they're timed out. And honestly, you know what, everybody? Can you all do me a favor? Because I'm going to actually report them. Everybody, please, no, do me this big favor. I don't like people actively insulting other people. So you know what? Please, actually, you know what? No. You know, I'm going to sit my hands on this one. You know why? Because technically speaking, Red Bull, you kind of insulted the Crimson Checkpoint. So I really have no ground to stand on. I'm not reporting anything. I'm just kidding, everybody. Don't report anything. This was kind of like both of them kind of went at it to each other. But I will be as fair as I can because Red Bull stopped, but the Crimson Checkpoint continued. So they're the ones who get punished. Did anyone know I could speak Japanese? I did not know you could speak Japanese, but that's pretty cool though. Hello, Star the Gamer again. Question, what even is 6-7? So, I have a theory where it came from. I don't exactly know if this is right or not, but I think because there is a song out there called Doot Doot, and they say 6-7 in it. You know, 6-7, like basically that. And there was, when that song came out, or I don't know if it came out during that time, but the point is, that song was used in a lot of Marvel Rivals short form content, and back then Marvel Rivals was huge. So a lot of people used the same song. They would hear 6-7 in the midst of like their favorite part of their clip or whatever. And so I guess kids at some point in time were like 6-7, you know, 6. I don't know where the hand motion came from. I don't exactly think that came from the song, but that's my biggest speculation where it came from. Because honestly, it's really because of that song. Dude, because the guy literally just says 6-7. I don't know who sings it, but like the guy literally just says 6-7 in the song itself. I'm very, very, very certain it came from that song, and that song was utilized in a lot of other short form videos all over the place. So you can technically blame that song for the reason why we have 6-7 these days. How are you today, Cool Eye? I'm doing pretty good, Star the Gamer, if you're referring to me, and I hope you're doing well too. You know the concept of the YouTube OC is who you want to be, but also to be yourself in 2 ways. Interesting. That's a very interesting thing. Did you have 6 10s and 7 1s? That's what 6 7. Thank you. Thank you, Gabriel Downing. I appreciate your insight on the matter. Basketball match, the score is 6-7. Kidderson. You know, that's a fair point too, Earl King. Maybe it did come from that. I'm not entirely certain like how it came to be. There are a lot of different answers all over the place, but overall it's here. And begrudgingly we just have to accept it. You have to cut it open or something. Oh, I see what you're talking about, the judge. It's like the I would say the eye matter, like the literal like fluid of the eye. And I understand where you're coming from. Well, you know what? That technically means you're like a squiggly line to me. If I look around. No, I still don't see you. You know, honestly, if you're so insignificant to the point where I can't see you, do you really exist in the first place? Think about that one. Vine's coming back? Huh, interesting. It's 6-7. I'm 6-7, 2026. I'm gonna crash out. Oh, Jesse Steele. Aren't we all gonna crash out in 2026? I think we all will at this point. Your giggles are adorable, BTW. Thank you, Forgotten Soul. I appreciate that a lot. I do have some quite interesting giggles, I must say. But I love it. I love being able to giggle and just be cute and, you know, nice all the time. It's always an enjoyable moment for me, and just to be able to spend time with you all too. It's always lovely to me too. I'm really sorry. My speaking is starting to really deteriorate because I do need to get off. I usually only last for an hour, but chat's catching up actually bustling, and I'm just like, I don't know what to do anymore. My girlfriend likes me impossible. Anyone want to hop on Limbus Company? What is Limbus Company? I'm curious. Hey Random, what are your thoughts on Vine returning? I did not know Vine was returning, honestly. But I think at this point, Vine is going to have a hard time competing with, let's say, TikTok. Because Vine, if I recall correctly, they only allowed 7-second videos. Whereas TikTok allows whatever kind of videos they want. So if Vine really wants to come back, they have to be a lot more robust in what they offer these days versus what it was back then. Because unfortunately, while they were the short form kings at first, because they were really like the only platform that was allowing short form videos, unfortunately these days, a lot of other places now offer short form videos, including, especially the big giant these days, TikTok. So Vine is going to have a lot of competition, and if they're going to come back, they need to reinvent a lot of things. I'll tell you that much. Hi, Loisy Cartoon. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. Put a Hanazuki song on YouTube. I don't really know what that means. If you're asking for song requests, I'm not doing song requests at this time. I'm actually trying to catch up in closing chat. But I appreciate you being here. Hi, Carter. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. Am I a furry? No. I don't personally consider myself a furry. I can see why you believe that, but in reality, I don't consider myself a furry. But if you believe it to be so, then I can't necessarily stop what your opinion might be of me. Regardless, though, I personally don't declare myself as a furry. I do appreciate the question, though. Hi. Hello. Hi, cat. Yeah, I'm not a cat. You're a cat. I'll see you, troll you. Sorry. Just kidding. You're right about that, Starter Gamer. No one feeling this. Feeling what? No! Said hi. Hi, Derek Caesar. I appreciate you being here. Yes! I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. Hello, kitty cat. I appreciate you being here too. Thanks for stopping by. Furry. Neko. I like the idea Neko better. I personally prefer the term Neko, honestly. Furry, not so much. Furry would be like if my whole body was anthropomorphic, but I have humanistic qualities, as you see, with just with cat ears at the end of it all. So I personally prefer the term Neko. I like the term Neko, actually. It's nice. We need the great meme reset. I know that's been talked about for a long while. I honestly don't know if people will actually capitalize upon it. You know what I mean? Bro. Oh, Earl King, you do indeed speak Japanese. How about that? That's pretty cool. Am I a girl or a boy? I am a male in real life, but when I escape reality, I like to be an anime girl in VR. I appreciate the question. Furry. 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 I mean, at this point, Carter is literally just convinced that I'm a furry, so let them continue saying furry, I suppose. The funny thing is, they're literally, it's hilarious, actually, because they're basically wasting their 10-second slow-mo cooldown just to contribute nothing but say furry. But you know what? Also, YouTube likes the comment, likes the chat retention, so technically speaking, they're helping me out by just spamming a random thing. But you know what the best part about it is? That we can all just ignore it. That's something I wouldn't kick for. I would just blatantly ignore. So... have fun, Carter. I'm not going to really acknowledge you anymore. And I advise you all do the same as well. Hi, Annabelle. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. Are we seriously fighting about this? Hi, Clara de la Cora. I appreciate you being here too. Thanks for stopping by. I don't really know what we're fighting about, honestly. If we're talking about the furry thing, I'm not really fighting about that. I just defined it how I defined it, and then I call it a day. And I suggest you all do the same. Just ignore them. Leave them alone. They eventually just go away. Eventually. They have nothing else to do. I'm falling for the rage bait. The old Minecraft PvP days. I've never personally played old Minecraft PvP, so... I don't know how to relate to that regard, but if it was good, then I'm glad you enjoyed it. Jesus Christ, the girl with a man's voice. Hi, Arthur J. Man Morgan. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. Is that the Red Dead character? I'm pretty sure that's the Red Dead character. Arthur Morgan? Yo, let's go! That's Arthur Morgan! He's got jelly beans too! That's awesome! Yes, I get it. I'm a male in real life with a female in VR. This is what I am. You can make all the insults and whatever you want about it. But regardless though, for what it's worth, I appreciate you being here. And if you want to offer me some jelly beans, I'm more than happy to take some personally. There goes my right hand again. Are you a girl or a boy? We've already said that. You're a wizard, Clara. Hello, Roller. Crimson and Scarlet are different accounts. Okay. So then here's what we do too. We just timed that out too. Don't worry about Carter. What happened to my mic? What happened to my mic? I feel like my mic's still doing good. Oh, if you're talking about sometimes where like it seems like it cuts out, I have noise cancellation, so sometimes I have to utilize that so you don't hear background noise in my room. But sometimes if I speak so loudly, it's gonna like basically like the noise canceling is basically going to have to enact itself and make it so that it doesn't blast y'all's ears off. Yeah, I peak my mic a lot, honestly. Neko. I pronounce as Nico. Interesting. Like Nico, let's go bowling? Cousin, let's go bowling! Does anybody even know about that GTA 4 reference? Am I that old at this point? Is GTA 4 been that long ago? Even to the point where we've all been waiting for GTA 6 this long? Oh my goodness, that's crazy. I love Nekos, to be honest. And I appreciate you too a lot, Cookie. I appreciate you being here. I really do. Neko. That's me. I am a Neko. And I have ears. You see? There's this ear. And there's this ear. I do love this avatar a lot, honestly. And this avatar really fits me really well, even though I accept myself as a male in real life. Like, I still love just being a female in VR. It helps me embrace my feminine side and basically encapsulate myself all the way around so I can accept me, period. Like, I love my masculine and feminine side, and sometimes they interchange with each other between the real world and VR sense. And I'm more than happy to have that because it fully rounds me for who I am. So, I do like this avatar, the Neko cute avatar. I found a church in Minecraft. I'm going to fix it. Yes, go fix that church. That sounds like a pretty good idea. I got hit by your squat short. I appreciate the motivation to give me a workout more. Hi, DJ Soundwave. I appreciate you stopping by, and I appreciate you giving me the compliment for it. Yes, I personally am trying to make sure I work out more personally, and I hope I can give you all the opportunity to continue to want to work out as well. Because working out is very important, everybody. You got to make sure you keep your body in shape, especially me with my big belly at this point. I've been really neglecting my workout, honestly. So I want to get back to it. But I'm very appreciative of your compliment, and thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it a lot. Have some jelly beans. Yo, let's go! Jelly bean! Thank you, Arthur Morgan. I appreciate the jelly beans a lot. Thank you. Okay, can I please catch up? Another one. Oh my gosh. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Everybody, I'm not timing them out. Report them. IDK, go watch paint dry. Everybody report them. Harassment or bullying. This is harassing someone else. Report. Please, everybody, go report them right now. Every single one of you, report them for that specific comment and make sure that they have report them. I'm serious. Just everybody, please, in unison. That's all I can ask for, because we need to make sure we stop these kind of bullies off of YouTube. Period. We can't let them persist, especially one who has 3 different channels just to avoid being timed out. Oh my gosh. How pathetic are you? And this is why, everybody, this is why I actually go after these people. Because you kind of have to bully the bullies back. Because legitimately, look what they're doing. Look at what they do. Look at how pathetic and insecure they have to be just to basically catch somebody's attention. How, isn't that sad? Isn't that pathetic? This is why I have to call this out. Because of stuff like this. Because people will do stuff like this and they think it's okay. It's not okay. That is not respecting boundaries, that is not respecting space, and overall, that is just being a general nuisance to society. Legitimately, there needs to be consequences. So please, report that particular comment. Please do me a favor. We actually need to take the appropriate actions to ensure that people like this are not allowed on YouTube, period. At all. I'll start a wild hunt in this chat, that's funny. And then also, the funniest part too is they keep saying who they are. Do they understand how easy it is for me to just press 2 buttons to time them out? Oh, goodness gracious. Apparently 6, I think that's what they said. Hi Nadia Tula, I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. Hi, Blue Hand. I appreciate you being here too. You actually just missed the Crimson checkpoint, the whatever checkpoint, the blah blah blah, and all this kind of stuff. Because granted, Red Bull started instigating, but they're just continuously coming back again and again and again. I've timed out 3 of their accounts already at this point. If they come back and they say something else insulting, please, Blue Hand, help me do a favor and report whatever comment they say. We need to report this stuff because YouTube needs to see and actually take consequences against them. If I had the chance, I would just try to ban them from my YouTube channel entirely, but apparently that's not how that works. So unfortunately, I have to take different routes just to make sure that they understand the consequences. Gets jelly beans. I got $15 and a quarter. That's funny. I don't know who I report. It was their name was IDK Go Watch Paint Dry. That was their name. I'll start a wild hunt on Christmas. Who's with me? I wish I could, honestly. Hi, Abyss Draco. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. I'm actually really catching up on chat right now, and I think I'm gonna actually get off soon. So don't worry about it too much. He went for me instead of you. No, you understand. So, and I understand the history. I want to give, listen, I want to give them a fair chance, okay? I don't exactly want to just kick them out right away. I wanted to give them a chance to be able to relax and enjoy a space where they can just be comfortable. But if they're gonna start instigating and start saying insults to other people, no, that's not allowed. And also, too, you guys should not reciprocate it. If you guys reciprocate it too, I will also time you out as well. But he gets all the timeouts at this point. I'm pretty sure he's gonna have another account that's gonna come in here, and I'm kind of just at this point, I think I'm done with the chat. Is the chat caught up? Oh, actually, I caught up. How about that? So, ultimately, I'm actually going to, I'm not going to read chat anymore, everybody. I'm just going to say my final pieces, and then I'm going to get out of here. But honestly, I've really loved this live stream, actually. And I'm very happy I've had this chance to be able to meet new lovely people. You know, maybe some trolls, maybe some interesting people. But overall, this is just what makes live streaming fun. And I'm eternally very much grateful that you all have been here with me on this random Monday night. Now, if there's one thing I will tell every single one of you before I close out today, I always make sure I say this at the end of every live stream. When you go about your days tomorrow, please, at least one person, just one person, find a way to appreciate them, give them a compliment, do a nice gesture for them. Overall, just make them feel seen and heard. Just one person. If you can do that for just one person, you might be surprised the impact you can make on their lives, and you might be surprised with the impact you'll make on the world as a whole. Remember, everybody, we want to make sure we can be that difference in the world of positivity and hope. Never accept the world as it appears to be. Dare to see it for what it could be. And that's an Overwatch quote, and I know I take that shamelessly, but it's such a fantastic quote, because I dare to see the world as a beautiful place where we can all get together, get along, and overall just spread positivity and hope the best we can for anybody who needs it. Please, 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 from the bottom of my heart, that is all I can ask you can do for me. I don't even want to like. I don't even want to subscribe. I don't want anything from you. Legitimately. All I ask from you, the only thing I want, is to please be someone's positive beacon of light. Even for just a little bit. That's all I can ask for. I am very grateful you all have been here. I'm very appreciative of the time that we spent together. And thank you all for all lovely faces, new, old, and everything in between. Thank you. Mwah! My heart really does go out to you. And I appreciate you all spending time with me on this random Monday night. I hope you all have a good night. And I do hope you take care. Be safe. Be healthy. And remember, be you. Good night, everybody.